Hi, this is Nate Martinez. I've been selling real estate for over 32 years. Our team of highly trained professionals, along with our marketing plan, have helped us sell over 6,000 homes across the Valley of the Sun. And this is how we do it.
Hi, I'm Nate Martinez, and today I have Brady Bosworth with me, and we're just going to chat about real estate. So, Brady, how long have you been in the real estate business?
So I've been in the real estate business for almost 14 years. I think April 20th in 2005 was the day that I went down to the Department of Real Estate and started paying my dues.
So, kind of tell me a little bit about the history of your real estate career. Where'd you kind of start, and where is it taking to you today?
So when I first started off in real estate, I was involved a lot with investors and the property management side of the business, and that was in 2005. Of course, 2007, 2008 kind of rolled around, and a lot of that changed. So just bumped along there for a little while, did some short sales. I stuck around in property management, worked with a lot of rentals and things like that for quite some years, and probably got really active in resales again. 2015 started just getting a lot more active as far as with resales and just your traditional buyers in real estate instead of focusing on investors like I was. And that's where I am today.
So, you hold a broker's license, correct?
Yeah, so I do have a broker's license in in Arizona and Utah. I did get my broker's license in 2008 in Arizona, and then in Utah it was 2009.
Okay. Are you working both markets currently, or are you just focusing here?
Just in Arizona. So yeah, I've never really gotten active in the Utah market, but I did have the opportunity to get my license there. So I did, because I do spend a lot of time there I have a lot of family and friends in Utah as well. So.
What part of Utah?
Basically Salt Lake City, north up into Pocatello, Idaho. I've got tons of family between those two cities. So I just figured if I ever wanted to kind of get active up in that part of the country, I would, and I'd have my broker's license to get started doing that. So,
Excellent.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in Salt Lake too. Tommy's from Salt Lake, so
Oh, cool.
it's so beautiful up there, and the mountains are just amazing.
Yeah.
Do you ski at all?
I snowboard. So
Okay.
I grew up snowboarding up in the resorts from Salt Lake City north up into Idaho, and I started doing that when I was probably 13. And of course, I haven't done it a lot since I moved to Arizona in 2005. But it is I'd say I'm pretty good at it.
Excellent. Before real estate, you've had several jobs. You were going to school. What was the funnest job you had before becoming a realtor?
Well, I'd probably say the funnest job I had was at a little pizza shop in high school. And to tell you the truth, it probably wasn't a whole lot of work going on there. Just it was more like an after-school activity. My friends would come in, and we'd get a few pizzas made here and there, but a lot of times it was just messing around, I guess. So,
Yeah, good social.
Yeah, exactly.
So, tell us about your family. I know you have a wife and children. Let us into your life a little bit.
So yeah, I do come from a big family. I've got 4 brothers and 1 sister. That's my immediate family. So we have five boys, 1 girl, and then I am married, and I've got 2 little kids. I've got a 3-year-old boy and a 2-year-old daughter. So yeah, those 2 keep us busy and running around quite a bit.
So that'll continue to escalate for sure.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, it's
football, and you're just going to be running from from one side of town to the other. So
Yeah, yeah,
if you need advice on that, let me know. I've done it twice.
yeah.
Uh, you came to Remax a little over a year ago. What brought you to Remax, and where were you immediately before Remax?
Well, so immediately before Remax, I did have my own little real estate business, and what I found out was just with the influx of buyers moving to Arizona that what I really needed was the power of just a good, national brand behind me. And, there's just really no more recognizable name in real estate than Remax. So yeah, I got in touch with Nate and Frank over at Remax Professionals, and it just seemed like a perfect fit right from the start. And I really didn't investigate many other companies to join up with after I, spoke with Nate and Frank. It just seemed like it was the perfect fit, and just having the Remax brand behind me has really helped my business grow. I don't have everybody recognizes it when when I'm speaking with new leads that I get. Whenever I say I'm with Remax, they're familiar with it. They may have done past transactions with them in another part of the country. But yeah, it's just a real powerful a brand to have behind me and to be in support of my real estate business. So
Interesting. So before you were at Remax, you were trying to stand out in the crowd, so to speak, right? With all the leads that you're getting, and
yeah,
using your previous company name. Do you
yeah,
see a difference today in the response?
yeah, certainly. So I would always, have that sort of objection or a concern with clients that haven't heard of me. I'd have to tell them, well, yeah, it's my own little business, and I'd really have to sell myself as being that right agent. But with being with Remax, I can sense that they're comfortable with having that name behind me, because it does have such a presence. You see the commercials, the billboards, everybody recognizes the balloon. So it's just like I said, it's just I haven't had any reservations when it comes to me announcing the brokerage that I'm with. So
Mhm. So do you think, did you have basically a burst in business when you came over to, if you're going to compare your previous year to this year, maybe you could talk a little bit about that.
so yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it was necessarily a burst in business, but it did, I do think I probably gained at least 50% more transactions as compared to the previous year. And I do relate that to having the Remax brand behind me. I've worked, one of my past clients, they had told me that they'd used a Remax agent to sell their home in Chicago, and then also a home up in Utah. So I think that that really helped out. And then I even have one client that we put into escrow. Well, I just sent in the forms today, and she is selling a home up in Colorado, and her agent up there is a Remax agent. So I think it just adds to that comfort level of having a recognizable name in real estate to just add some credibility to my business. So
Interesting. Was that, how did you meet this last client where she's selling a house in Colorado and you're working with her here? How did you meet her? Was she introduced to you by another Remax agent or just by osmosis?
no, so it comes from my pay-per-click advertising through Google. So she ended up on my website searching for homes, and I was able to get in touch with her and just start building that relationship with her. But part of that initial contact is just letting them know, hey, I'm with Remax, one of the top brokers here in the Valley, and And so, I think, like I said, if she's already working with a selling agent there in Colorado, and she's happy with the agent there, then that just, if when I call her up and let her know that I'm working, with a Remax broker here in Phoenix, I think that just adds to some comfort there when she's making that full transition, because it's not an easy process when you're switching states. And so if they can just add some, streamline that a little bit and stay with a broker with the same name, then I think that that certainly just makes them feel, more comfortable.
Excellent. It's always good to hear. I've always known that as well when we're doing print advertising or online, Zillow, whatever it may be. I think that strong brand recognition of the Remax brand has been important for my career. So much so that I've had getting ready to start my 30th year as a Remax agent. So it's been very good to myself and my clients, and the referral and repeat business has been good.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do for fun? I know you got kids. You probably just spend time with your kids.
Yeah. So really, what we do, we don't have a ton of time to go out and do a lot of fun stuff. But what we do like to do, we love to go to the games, wander around food truck festivals, just a lot of stuff like that. Our kids are in swimming lessons during the weekends. So yeah, it's just about getting out and just kind of exploring with the family. So majority of our family, like I mentioned, was up in southern Idaho, northern Utah. So we do try to gather the kids up and go up there to see the grandparents as much as possible. So.
Have you had the kids on the slopes yet? I know they're really young, but that's good to
No, but I have thought that my son Aiden is probably at about a good age where it'd be fun to go up and see how good his balance is.
Well, it's a lot easier when I see the little ones. It's so cute to watch how their center of gravity is so much lower than somebody like me. I didn't start skiing until I was probably 30 or 40 was the first time I was ever on the slopes, and I still have never mastered it. I have a good but I've tried skiing and snowboarding, and I'm basically a novice at both of them. So
yeah,
but it's living in Phoenix all my life, we just weren't exposed to snow.
Yeah.
You can tell. What about vacation? What's the best vacation you've done?
So the best vacation was my wife and we and a whole bunch of our friends went on a Caribbean cruise, the Western Caribbean. It was about a 7-day cruise, and bumped along those islands along there. And we had some friends that got married on St. Thomas. So yeah, that was the same year that we got married. And so yeah, it was really fun just going and seeing that part of the world. It's an amazing part of the world. So and then last year we did take both of our little ones to Disneyland, and that was pretty exciting too.
Yeah, those first times to Disney was priceless.
Yep.
So one of the things that I've been exposed to over the last couple of years is really living life full out, and and I know with children at home it's very difficult. You may not even thought of this, but are there any bucket list type adventures that you're looking forward to, or places that you and your wife want to go to, or you take the family? Anything on your goal list?
So one thing that I've approached my wife about, and I'd like to do this relatively soon, I think it would be just a really neat experience to maybe take an RV trip along the southern United States and then end up in Washington, D.C. on the 4th of July and see all the festivities going on there. And then circle back around and make our way back to Arizona. But I'd love to, like I said, just see a lot of the festivities of that take place in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
So.
Have you been to Washington before?
No, but I am a history buff, so
it's fascinating.
Yeah.
when you go there, I have a few connections, so maybe we can get you into the White House or, special tour at the Capitol. So
Oh, that'd be neat. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Um, well, I want to thank you for being part of our company for the last year. What's your goal for the next year, maybe 1 to 5 years from now? What's your business look like? Are you gonna be retired, or are you just or what's it look like?
So what I'd really like to do in the next year is perhaps build a small team, get some agents taking advantage of kind of the platform that I'm using that's really helped my business. So I think with what I'm using to generate my leads, as well as with the Remax brand, I do think I have an opportunity to really grow my business. So and then just a personal note, I do want to be one of the top agents in the Remax professionals organization. So I'd love to see myself in the top 10 there.
Excellent. Well, it's a good group of people. So
Yeah.
Have you found that the agents at Remax have been helpful, or do you feel that they're not willing to help you? What have you been experiencing?
No, everybody there has been just very helpful. Yeah, I haven't had any sort of pushback. I've even reached out to an agent who I hadn't even met yet, and I knew that she had a lot of experience with land transactions and things like that, and she gave me, answered all the questions that I had. She helped me along with the transaction. But yeah, it's great, because one thing that I really noticed as I've been a part of Remax, the Remax professionals, is that even, I know a lot of the agents that have been there for 20 to 30 years, but you'll still see them at a lot of these, training programs and training events there. So it's good to know that they still find those things helpful and useful, because, those are the tools that I'm going to need to advance my career and progress as a real estate agent. So I know that, if they're continuing to find that stuff useful, then I'm certainly going to, get use out of it as well.
Yeah, what we find is, we really look for learning-based individuals. I'm 33 years in the business, and I'm constantly going to conferences, learning, masterminding, just whatever it is, because one thing I could tell you, change is ahead of us, because the change that has happened while I've been in the real estate business, when we used to have these big phone books that were the MLS book, to becoming computerized, to, we used to control all the market. We used to control all the information, and the information's out there now. It's really our knowledge and how we can assist people in buying or selling, but being able to take our knowledge and provide a very safe, comfortable transaction for people. And I truly believe. Have you been to many of our training classes?
Yeah, so I've been I took part in all the momentum classes, and that was right when I started with Remax, and that just gave me, just a good basis, and it builds upon some of the things that, I may or may not have already known. So, and then right now I'm currently taking advantage of the seller listing agent mastery, and that's, I'm gaining a lot of insight there too. But it's just really nice, because I know that usually about 2 times a week over at the Remax offices, there's some sort of continuing training going on there. So it's nice to just, be able to take advantage of that. Typically weekly if you want to. So.
Yeah, I know this. We've done that. When Frank and I opened up the office, we came with a mindset that was to just share everything kind of. Back then, it really wasn't happening. It was pretty much people kept to themselves, and if they had a great idea, they didn't want to share that idea with anybody else for fear of losing something. But we come from a mindset of abundance. We believe that there's enough out there for everybody, and some of us just like to try to go get more of our fair share. So in the marketplace, one of the things that we've been very proud of at Remax is the quality of the agents that are with us. And like you said, we have many agents well over 20 years with the firm. And it's kind of exciting to see in a marketplace where, everybody's being recruited by all the different types of companies, and seeing some of the loyalties that we have. So we feel very blessed about that. And we're very excited to be part of your career. It's only been 1 year, but if there's anything that we can do to help grow your business, we're here for you.
Yep.
What would you tell somebody that was, at another company, or maybe somebody like yourself that was, they had a broker's license, and they were just, going at their own? Why would they want to join Remax?
Well, so it's really, Remax is just synonymous with real estate. When you look at the Remax brand, you just I think that everybody knows that, it's well known, it's really nationwide, and you're going to have, the support that you need when, there's a lot of different tools that you can log on, just log on to the website and use if you need to print flyers, you need to, if you need a website, things like that. So it's just a lot of stuff that I didn't know. And when I just opened up my small little business, I just thought it was as easy as going down to ADRE, and I'll just pay my licenses and fees, and then I'll have my own real estate business. But really, there's just a lot more to it. And I think especially in this day and age where there's a lot of other brokerages out there that are kind of grabbing some of the marketplace, like Open Door and OfferPad and things like that, if you are your own little broker, that you might need to look into having a little more support behind you. And I think that's really where, an organization like Remax comes in, is just to help your business grow. If you want to add a lot of transactions and grow your business, then I think that, Remax is certainly going to add to that. That's for sure.
I know we talked earlier before the recording about, going to school both in Utah and at ASU and getting a degree in business. Why are you in real estate? I mean, what think about that for a minute. Why real estate out of all the occupations or professions out there?
Sure. With real estate, I just love to help people. So, it's a very important transaction in everybody's life, if not the most important. And it's just, I love when you finish up with a transaction and the buyers or the sellers are just, they're ecstatic about what you just helped them accomplish. And that's really, it's just a great business to be in if you're in the business of helping people. And if that's your main goal and your main priority is just to help them, get what they need as far as, purchasing a home, and you offer the resources that they need, then, it's a great feeling to be able to help people do that. So.
It is. It definitely is. Even after doing it for 33 years, I still enjoy the process. And I just happen to have a buyer and a seller doing a walkthrough together. I have to be representing both of them. So it was a little scary, of course, right? Because you never know what can happen. But, both people just absolutely love the process. They pretty much, both of them told me how nice the other person was, separately. And it was just a good process. And that's, and you can bring two families together, one that's selling and one that's buying, and satisfy their needs. It's an amazing experience, and it's fun to see the smile on their face. Yeah. Even though both the people I had were not first-time home buyers, both of these families had probably been in 5 or 6 transactions each, at least, if not more. and to still see that process. They believe in the process. There's a lot of different ways to buy and sell real estate, and for them to use, our brokerage was special. It's a traditional type. Even though Remax is a big, big company and, in over 100 different countries now, we still try to operate as a small little mom and pop organization, little boutique shop. We're not that huge, but the agents that we do have, such as yourself, create a large impact in our community.
Yeah.
So again, I just want to thank you for taking time out of your day today and sharing a little bit about you. We'll share this with our agents and whoever else wants to watch. I hope you have a super career, and if there's anything I can do, I'm here for you.
Yeah, definitely. No, I really appreciate it. And, I know I've told you guys before, but I do love, being a part of this group, and I'm very happy that you guys took me in. So
Awesome.
yeah, great.
We love it.
Yep.
All right. Well, you have a super day. Bye.
Okay. Thanks, Nate.